In this video, I'm going to be removing the plumbing and for the sink, and then also putting in new plumbing for the sink and the toilet. I'm mostly, so I'm removing some lath boards here, and I'm just going to cut out that old sink piping because that sink was, I think it was 30 or 32 inches tall, and the new sink is 36, so it wasn't the right height, but also it wasn't centered correctly left to right. So I'm going to put in all new stuff and use ABS. This is my sink. So this is 36 inches to here. And then from this edge to there is 10 and a half. And then my P-trap connects to here, and it goes down 5 inches, 5 and a 16th, and then returns back up 4 and 7/16, and then returns into the wall. So that's what I've got marked over here. Now all I gotta do is drill a hole in here because I gotta connect to this pipe. So this is my vent going up through the roof. And so I gotta connect to that, and then I got my drain pipe straight down underneath the floor. It's on this bay. So I just need to drill this hole right here. There it is. This will stick out of the wall just this much. The wall will be here, this will be behind, it'll go into this one, which goes up to the vent, and then down to the existing plumbing. And that is how that goes. You can see all the sink parts here. We ended up having to take this to a guy locally here in Portland, Oregon, to put this together for us. The gaskets, the seals, all that stuff is just way too complicated for us to figure out. We took it apart, and then we were like struggling to get it back together. And there's a guy, and he's a pretty old fella, so I don't know how long he's going to be doing it, but he got that put back together for us. It's pretty nice. Definitely make sure you clean your pipes before you glue them together.
there. That's how that's gonna go. And that's good, right like that. All right, that's all good. Dry fit. Straight piece into the flange at the top. 45 straight, 45. I've got to cut the cast iron pipe again. I didn't cut it back far enough so I could put my Fernco fitting on. I got to give room for that, so I'm just gonna cut it back. See, it's hard to tell, but there's, well, this is a foot level. There's about 7 or 8 inches from that piece there to this plastic piece. So I'm gonna cut it back, way back here. Just enough to get the Fernco on back here. And then I'll just put a straight piece of plastic in front of it. That is what I gotta do now. And then I'll have the toilet hooked up.
First time I cut this, it wasn't such a big deal. I got through it pretty quick. I think it maybe took me 15 minutes. This cut took...
All right, I got that cut.
It took a long time. It took me like 45 minutes to an hour to cut that. It was killing me.
Well, okay, before I tighten this all up, let's try to fit this. I don't know, it looks pretty good. This pipe might be too long. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. As long as that's pointed straight up, we're good. I think that looks pretty straight. Well, it's a little crooked. So, I gotta figure out why. That is the way it is. Good. I got one done. One to go. This is just dry fit. We're not all the way in yet. Right now Greta's vacuuming, so. But anyway, I got this dry fit. I got to still do the pipe down below.
Here I am taking out the old T connection here for the old pipe, which it wasn't even the right T if I remember right. They had the wrong one in there.
Okay. So, that's going to go here. And I'm going to get this one.
I gotta be careful because there's wires all over the place. I'm trying not to cut the wires, obviously. Just trying to make it level so that when I put the pipe in from the top, straight down from the sink, it'll go straight in. It's not going into a crooked flange on the top of that little pipe. I'm marking where it's going to go so I can take it apart, glue it, and put it back together and put it right where I have it so it stays level.
There you go. That goes there. The rest of this doesn't matter because it's just round.
Yeah, if you don't hold your pipes together after you glue them, especially on ABS, those will push apart, and you will lose your gaps if you have a certain distance or length you're trying to achieve, and you put pipes together and you just glue them and let go. They'll just expand and separate. So you want to hold them for like 15-20 seconds, and make sure. And you want to do about a quarter turn. So that the glue, there's no gaps in the glue. If your glue doesn't wrap around the whole pipe perfectly and you just stick it straight on, you can create a bubble or an air pocket. But if you spin that a little bit, it'll force the glue all around that pipe, and you won't have any air pockets. There's no chance for it to leak.
Oh my god. I'm getting glue inside that. Squish through it, that's probably not good. Shoot. Now if I need to turn that, I can turn it at the front go, right? Not necessarily. Shoot. Can't because that front going, that end's stuck. Oh, I nailed it perfectly. Now I'm just gonna do this for height. Over time, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna put hangers in here.
Yeah, I mentioned in the last video we messed up, but we put that archway video too early in the videos. But we've got it now. We've got, going forward, we'll have everything in the right order. I put that archway in after I put that plumbing in underneath, but before I took this wall out. Obviously you can see it in there, so this is where that archway video should have landed, right in the middle of this video. Also, at some point here, I'm removing this wall and I'm trying to get it all cut out and get it. I'm leaving the top part, but I'm going to rebuild the bottom part with the pocket door framing. I think I mentioned here in the video, I forgot to turn on my camera on part of it, so I've got a section here where all the parts, all the wood's just gone. So you'll see that I made a little whoopsie daisies, but it's fine. I mean, it happens. You just remove it. It's demolition. It's like all demolition. I just cut it all out of there. You'll see. Well, you won't see because I will not turn on the camera. So I gotta cut this one, that one, and now those. I forgot to turn on the camera. I just gotta do the pocket door. I'm following along with a YouTube video of another fella that shows how to put this pocket door in. He had basically the exact same setup that I got. Well, his was in like a... I think it was the same setup that I've got. He's got a bathroom. He's got a house. His house is completely no sheetrock in the whole house. And he was showing how to put it in, but it's the same size of door, same size opening, same everything. So I just followed him exactly. I've got a Johnson style, I think it's called the 1500 series, soft close pocket door frame. That's him in the background talking. That's his video. I'm listening to it. I'm watching it. I rewound it, watched it over and over. Make sure I didn't screw up my pocket. And that's pretty much it. I stop here. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be. Probably the window and the above the toilet. At some point I pull that window out and reframe that wall. All right. Thanks for watching.